James Blake had a lot of smoke for streaming platforms and the users, and I'm a huge fan of this.
V has come too.
James Blake had a lot of smoke for streaming platforms and users this week. On Twitter, he had a critique and he basically stated, the brainwashing worked and now people think music is free. To which there were a large number of sympathetic responses, but of course, there were some responses like, music is not free, I pay $10 whole a month, and people say, oh, music and TV is free, but they forget that Netflix and Spotify subscription fees because it almost feels like a bill that everyone pays. Back to James Blake. I think he's right. From a strictly capitalist standpoint, music streaming is preparing us for AI. I 100% agree with that. He gets into it in this next tweet where he goes, oh, and by the way, since it's cheaper to produce fast synthetic music to drop on streaming every week to capitalize on the strength of the model, watch how the model is preparing you for AI generated music that pays musicians nothing at all. Now, I don't think there will be an AI artist per se that replaces recording artists, but I do think it will come in the form of AI generated remixes and mashups, things like that, like derivative work, basically. I personally think that this is why companies are buying catalogs, like popular catalogs, like Lil Wayne, he just sold his, Justin Bieber, Justin Timberlake. So where do we go from here? The business model and technical capability of streaming in themselves are not inherently bad. As a capability, pulling up any song and making a playlist is amazing, it's fantastic. It's the business of the music platforms themselves that are problematic because they are making billions in revenue yearly while only paying artists fractions of a penny per stream, and it's just not sustainable. If we look at Netflix, they make and promote their own original content. They charge their users for access to it every month via their app, and they have a fantastic business. There's no intermediary. Their core business is direct to consumer. They made their own platform. This is not the case for recording artists who rely on streaming platforms. Artists and fans need a better intermediary. Services like Bandcamp come to mind, but I feel like along the horizon there's going to be something better. I'm working on a solution to this problem, and if you're interested, check out the link in the description and sign up for the waiting list. Let me leave you with this. In the United States, with the exception of Detroit, water is a utility that we all easily access without a second thought. But it did not stop Dasani, Aquafina, Fiji, and Voss from selling us bottled water and building a $46 billion industry. James also went on to say the following about music streaming services and just the platforms themselves bluntly. If we want quality music, somebody is gonna have to pay for it. Streaming services don't pay properly. Labels want a bigger cut than ever, and they just sit and wait for you to go viral. TikTok doesn't pay properly, and touring is getting prohibitively expensive for most artists. So the problem here is artists can't really go direct to consumer. When you really look at the simplicity of the music industry, it should just be dude making music or playing guitar or what have you, crowd of people. The degrees of separation should not be so far that when the money coming from the people gets filtered through a corporation and then you just get like fractions of a penny, not even pennies. This is the problem. I think that in the future, artists are going to go direct to consumer. If you look at any business that exists, direct to consumer is the only business model that truly works. And when you really get down to every successful business that exists, it's not some type of B to C to C to B to, no, it's me and my customers. That's what it is, and that's what it should be. I really want to have this conversation with you all. Please like, please share, please subscribe, and I will 100% engage with you guys in the comments over this, because this is the future. Just like with my bottled water analogy, there is room for music to be valuable. We just have to treat it valuable like we did when bottled water became cool. All right, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.